guys, it's Sim, and this is Pro Wrestling Unlimited. So coming up this weekend, April 2nd and April 3rd, is WrestleMania 38. They're calling it the most stupendous WrestleMania of all time. With that, I thought we would run down the card and give you my predictions for the shows coming up this weekend. Let's start it off with night one. The New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods against Sheamus and Ridge Holland. As far as this match does go, to be honest, it doesn't matter who wins, but with the story going now of Big E suffering the broken neck and all that, I think the New Day picks up the victory here to quote-unquote avenge Big E. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods defeating Ridge Holland and Sheamus. I mean, it can go either way, and no one's going to care who really does win, to be completely honest. It's the Miz and Logan Paul against Rey and Dominic, the Mysterios. So this one, I think, can get a little convoluted. I think in the long run, something's going on and Logan Paul's maybe not to the standards that the Miz thought he would be in the ring, and the Miz starts yelling at him. This then turns Logan Paul on to turn on the Miz and help the Mysterios, where Dominic or Rey then end up pinning the Miz. The Mysterios get the victory, and then Logan Paul stands tall with them at the end of the show. That's my prediction, that somehow this ends with the Mysterios and Logan Paul all standing together in the ring with their arms raised. That's what I think could end up happening here. I mean, they keep playing up how Logan Paul was a big Mysterio fan growing up, how Logan Paul didn't want to help the Miz this past Monday on Raw when he was getting attacked by Rey and Dominic. So everything, to me, leads to the Miz gets pinned and Logan Paul stands tall with them. Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin. I think this match, no-brainer. Drew McIntyre's got to pick up the victory. Drew McIntyre has to go in there, defeat Happy Corbin, and then moves on to maybe Roman Reigns after WrestleMania, challenging for whatever this title's going to be, the WWE Universal Undisputed Championship maybe? But that's what I think. McIntyre picks up the win here, and then he moves on as the top contender on the SmackDown brand. It's Seth Rollins against an opponent of Mr. McMahon's choosing. The word going around is this is going to be Cody Rhodes. Like, I know a lot of people have been saying, well, what if it's not Cody? Maybe it's going to be somebody else. Maybe they're swerving us. Maybe this, maybe that, da-da-da-da-da-da. I think it's going to end up being Cody Rhodes. And if it is Cody Rhodes, then Cody has to win. Cody needs the win. You can't bring Cody in night one and have him lose to Seth Rollins, even if it is a tremendous, fantastic, outrageously great match. That doesn't matter. Cody still needs to pick up this victory. And yeah, I'm going with A, TBA is Cody, and B, Cody wins. With the SmackDown Tag Team Championships on the line, the Usos are defending against Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs. I think just like the McIntyre-Corbin match, this next one, it's an easy pick. It's the Usos. Usos have to win, so that way when Roman wins on night two, yep, that's my spoiler, that's my prediction there. When Roman wins on night two, Bloodline still has all the gold, so I think the Usos defeat Nakamura and Boogs in this match. With the Raw Women's Championship on the line, Becky Lynch is defending against Bianca Belair. This one for me is a little bit of a toughie. Does Lynch retain and they keep the story going, or does Belair retain and then they get a new challenger in there or something? I think it can go either way because per the way WWE usually books, Bianca was the one standing tall on Monday, the go-home show. Usually that means that person's not winning at the pay-per-view, but I could see Bianca walking out the champion. So if I have to make a choice between either Becky or Bianca, I'm sticking with what I've been saying for the last 2 months. Bianca has to win to make the SummerSlam storyline full circle. With the SmackDown Women's Championship on the line, Charlotte Flair is defending against Ronda Rousey. Now, this match no longer being the quote-unquote main event does stink for these two women who have been told they're going to main event night one of WrestleMania. I mean, Ronda Rousey went on the Ellen DeGeneres show and said that she's in the main event of WrestleMania, yet the main event match maybe, but not the main event on what is going on last. But nonetheless, if I had to pick a winner for this match, SmackDown Women's Champion walking out of WrestleMania, it's going to be Charlotte Flair. I mean, nope. I said that wrong. Maybe I should go with my gut. When you just spew things out like that and just say something without thinking, usually that's your gut reaction. but I'm not going to go with my gut on this one. That might burn me. Ronda Rousey walks out the champion. It's the KO show, or as Owen said, the most stupendous KO show with special guest, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't know exactly what this is going to be. It's going to be an episode of the KO show, that's for sure. It's going to be the last thing on night one of WrestleMania, but do they wrestle? I think what happens here is we get Rock Eric Rowan WrestleMania 32. They're going to do their KO show. They're going to squawk back and forth, and then a bell's going to ring eventually. Austin goes, you know what? I can still kick your ass. Ring the bell. And then they do the whole, 1 to 2 minute match. I don't think it goes long. I think it's like a minute or two at that. Austin avoids a stunner or two, hits a stunner, and then pins KO, whether there's a referee there or Austin himself counting the 1, 2, 3. We'll see how it goes, but I do think it's going to be something similar to The Rock and Eric Rowan from WrestleMania 32, where, yes, it's technically a match, but it's not really a full-blown real match. But that is everything I think will be going down on night 1 of WrestleMania, Saturday, April 2nd. Now let's check out night 2. Omos versus Bobby Lashley. Now, I'm torn on this one. Bobby Lashley should be picking up the victory here. Bobby Lashley should not be losing to Omos, but at the same time, they're pushing Omos as that big, scary monster, I guess you can call him. He's only technically kind of been knocked off his feet once, which was by Bobby Lashley this past week on Raw. And it's like, can anybody actually defeat the monster Omos in a match? Again, I think Bobby should win, because Bobby Lashley is one of the most protected guys in all of WWE, and having him lose to someone like an Omos just kills all of that protection. But I think they're going to go Omos. Unfortunately, I do think they're going to go Omos, picking up the victory here. Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville. So this match being anything goes, really, I think does mean anything goes, especially when you got someone like Johnny Knoxville in there. Is he going to do a jackass stunt? Is he going to bring the cattle prod back and zap Sami Zayn like we've seen in the past? But in the end, I think Sami Zayn's going to be fine, win or lose, so you can have him lose. Sami's going to go in there, and I know, going to make sure that this is the most entertaining match possible. That he's going to make sure this match entertains the live crowd and everybody watching at home, and then he's going to take that pinfall from Johnny Knoxville. So, this one, kind of a easy pick, I would say. Pat McAfee against Austin Theory. Now, this match is a little bit of a tough one to predict because it's the wrestler against the announcer. Austin Theory has, in a way, been protected, but do you have him lose to the, quote, announcer and lose some of that credibility with some of the fan base? Or do you say, no, Pat McAfee has to win? Because there's a reason Pat McAfee has to win. If they want Pat McAfee to go out there and do more matches in the future, he's got to win. Because if he loses in his first main roster match like this, then everyone's going to go, oh, why should we care about Pat next time he wrestles? Why should we care when Pat jumps in the ring again? So, it wouldn't look all that great on Austin Theory to lose here, even though we know Pat McAfee's really good in the ring. We saw the stuff in NXT that they don't talk about anymore, but I know it would be better on Austin Theory if he won, but I think in the long game, if they want Pat McAfee to do more wrestling, he's got to pick up the victory. He just gotta. Edge versus AJ Styles. Edge and AJ is one of them matches that can go either way. Doesn't matter who wins, doesn't matter who loses. It all depends on what plans does WWE have for either guy going forward. But I think in the long term, AJ's got to win. I think my pick would be AJ. AJ took those concertos and hasn't had an interaction with Edge since. So I think he gets his revenge for those 2 concerto shots by defeating Edge at WrestleMania. Edge, he'll be fine. Either guy will be fine losing, but Edge will be fine if AJ wins. With the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships on the line, Queen Zelina and Carmella will be defending against the teams of Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, Sasha Banks and Naomi, and Natalya and Shayna Baszler. So some people may be mad that I say this, but it doesn't matter who wins this match. It doesn't matter one bit who walks out the Women's Tag Team Champions, because that's how they've perceived these titles. They've made us believe that these titles mean nothing. So heck, let the fans be happy. Put the titles on Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. My prediction is Rhea and Liv walking out the women's tag team champions. Everyone else is just going to be in the same position they were in before, and none the lesser, none the wiser what the what. Rhea, Liv, walking out the champs. With the Raw Tag Team Championships on the line, RK Bro will be defending against the Street Profits and the Alpha Academy. Now, this match just proves that Raw has the better tag team division. I mean, we've got RK Bro, we got the Street Profits, we got Alpha Academy. 3 very good, very strong tag teams. And I think in the long run, any of these teams winning is a positive. Any of these teams being the Raw Tag Team Champions is great. But I think you want to get a major reaction at WrestleMania, you want to get a big crowd pop, you have Randy Orton and Riddle walk out remaining the Raw Tag Team Champions. That's what I think. They should retain, keep the Raw Tag Team titles. In the champion versus champion world title unification match, it's Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Now, with this match, you can argue either way. Should Roman win? Should Brock win? It's kind of a toss-up in the long term when you really think about it, but it's got the question lingering, how much is Brock willing to work after WrestleMania? Last 4 months or so, we've seen Brock work a lot. Brock's actually worked more live matches on television than Roman Reigns. So it's like, okay, in that retrospect, maybe Brock should win and become the WWE Universal Undisputed Champion or whatever you're going to call this. But if you really think long term, Roman's for sure going to be around more than Brock Lesnar. So in the big picture, I think you got to go Roman Reigns. You go Roman Reigns, he picks up the victory here, and then you've got challengers for him on SmackDown with like a Drew McIntyre, maybe on Raw with Seth Rollins or Cody Rhodes, whoever wins that match, if that's what it's actually going to be. But I think for the big grandiose picture of things, you got to have Roman Reigns wins, and not just because Roman's going to be around longer than Brock, because I think also Roman needs to be kept strong till next year's WrestleMania, when they potentially could possibly get The Rock. Roman versus The Rock needs to be a match where Roman's undefeated since coming back, in August of 2020 and all of that. And Roman is on this big roll where The Rock's got to knock him off his pedestal somehow. So I think that's another reason why Roman has to win. Roman should remain the WWE Universal Undisputed, whatever this is going to be, champion till next year. So WrestleMania 39 at least. But with that, guys, that's what I think is going to happen on night 2 of WrestleMania. We got WrestleMania night 1 on Saturday, WrestleMania night 2 on Sunday. And now I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below on who you think will be walking out of WrestleMania victorious on either night 1 or night 2. But that's going to do it for this episode. Remember to comment below, like and share this video, like us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and subscribe right here on YouTube.